What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Sometimes we pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. We get raped too. Can confirm I was molested by a neighbor's babysitter. 15F. When I was 7. Many men have anxiety and/or depression, but we will not talk about and will get moderately annoyed at you for bringing it up. Holy shit, this got gold. Thank you, kind stranger. I remember when I thought this was a successful post when it had only like 30 upvotes. Sometimes we don't talk to people cause we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on, but I don't want to make her think I'm coming on to her or something. Rather than freak her out that a 6'6" guy thinks she looks good today, I just leave her alone. Especially if we're on an elevator or something where she can't leave if she actually is uncomfortable. 6 isn't all we want in a relationship. I'd rather be with someone who understands me but only does it once in a while than someone who I have 6 with every day but don't connect with emotionally and mentally. Some of us are into things like cooking, cleaning, makeup, fashion, etc. It doesn't necessarily mean we're gay. Please don't tell us to man up. A lot of us were constantly told that growing up whenever we tried to express ourselves, so you saying it will often bring up bad memories. Men can be abused. Men can be raped. Men also tend to be more suicidal because society tells us we're weak if we try to discuss these things. No, we don't enjoy being raped by a hot girl. And we often don't talk about it because people will often straight up tell us we're lying about it if we do. If we haven't carried in all the shopping in one go, we haven't done it right. IDK if other guys feel this too, but I am always afraid of accidentally making women feel uncomfortable in my presence. For example, when I happen to walk in the same direction as a woman in front of me for a while, and I am not even interested in women in the first place. Maybe this is more of a dad secret, but I don't babysit my own kids. That's called fathering, damn it. My dad served in the Pacific during WW2, a kid from the Bronx. He had never been out of the Bronx in his entire life. Then he got sent to New Guinea. Decades later, as he lay dying in the hospital bed, he told us, as his young friends were being slaughtered by other young men, just before they died, they always cried for their mothers, never for their fathers, always for their mothers. He said, they were just kids being slaughtered by other kids, and then they died in his arms. Their last words were always, "Where is my mother? Where is my mother? Where is my mother?" Never for their fathers. That affected him for his entire life. And dad lived a long time. He was the lucky one. If you compliment my appearance, I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I look nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. We have the magical power of thinking about nothing. Man-spreading isn't a sexual thing. We're trying not to crush our balls between our legs. Nice try, Audrey. I'm not telling you what I got you for your birthday. After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time we try to dry the face first, then the sack, but sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel. Edit. Uncontaminated. My balls are clean after a shower. Just, you know, wiping the balls then wiping my face is just kind of, yay. I'm secretly an emotional wreck. I just hide it. As an older man, we don't expect you to look like a supermodel as we age together. Yes. At times I do see you as I did 30 years ago and every wrinkle and flaw disappears. Yes. There are times I see every wrinkle and flaw, and know how you got every one of them. They are beautiful too. It's not uncommon for us to genuinely think you're beautiful without any makeup. This comment will be buried. But those perfectly round toilets suck. It's super annoying when your junk touches the inside of the toilet bowl. The oval toilets, like in most public toilets, are much better. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. I just spent the last hour shouting all of these to my husband in the other room, and him replying, "Yep. Bunch of snitches in this thread." We don't care how popular or unpopular you are with other women, so it shouldn't factor into how you value yourself when dating. Edit. Thanks for the gold, internet stranger. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Since this is often not possible, lead with something along the lines of, "Can I vent for a minute?" Or anything that signals to us this is just a time for active listening, rather than a problem-solving session. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you, it's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. Men want to be wanted and desired too. I can count the number of times a woman has come out and either asked me out or told me she was attracted to me on one hand. And from my understanding that is a high number. We don't miss Hints. Because we are dense or stupid. We miss them because we have learned the hard way that sometimes it's just a friendly compliment or some such. That embarrassment sticks with you. If you've ever looked at a dude and though, wow, he's attractive, I'd like to go out with him. Go talk to him. Men love confident women, and even if he doesn't reciprocate, you will make his day, or maybe even his year. If we tie down anything in the back of a pickup truck or trailer, it's physically impossible for us not to stand back and say, that's not going anywhere. These guy secrets seem to fall into 3 areas: male genitalia, toilet habits, and the lack of psychic powers when it comes to women. Got it? There is no amount of hot sex that will stop us from masturbating as soon as we're alone. It's 2 separate releases and you just filled up the spank bank. We really do think your hair is good. It looked good before and after you got a haircut. It looked good curly and it looked good straight. It looked good when you woke up and when you made it. As long as it's shaped like the hair we gave girls on stick figures when we were 5 years old, we think it looks good. Men can think a woman is hot without being sexually attracted to her. Men can think other men are hot without being sexually attracted to them. Some men can have a respect for someone's looks regardless of their sex. It doesn't mean they want to screw that chick or that guy. It just shows a level of appreciation for the way someone looks or the way they carry themselves. We don't get the hint. Saying, I almost broke my neck in the driveway, is not the same as asking us to shovel it. In my mind, I'm thinking, thanks for the heads up. I'll be careful. When the penis is flaccid, we sometimes like to stretch it out or tuck it inside our balls for fun. You can squeeze the head of your penis and the tip lips will move like a mouth and you can talk to it. Oftentimes, we genuinely don't care where we go to eat because we're just hungry and want food. Any food. As long as you eat some too. Edit. I am glad someone liked my toilet comment enough to give me gold. I promise to use this responsibly. I'm a girl and I've found out through the years that when guys say something, don't think too much into it. Like, what's the hidden meaning? Don't overthink it. Guys normally say stuff that should be taken at face value. At the urinals we typically pee on soap bars, ice or plastic mats to reduce splash damage and smell. The mental struggle we have to go through to not scratch around our groin in a public setting. It'll take 100% of my willpower to not do it. The itching can drive me insane, yet the euphoria from actually scratching it is so good. I often imagine this must be what it's like scratching a dog's ears. The nod. When you see a guy you don't know, or kind of know but don't really know well enough to talk to, walks by, you give a subtle nod of your head, which they return. I talked to my wife about it and she confirms that women do not do this, but that they sometimes smile instead. Edit. Because it keeps coming up. Some girls also give the nod. Typically, an up nod is for your friends, and a down nod is for strangers or less than friends. This could subconsciously have to do with a baring or hiding of the throat. Thanks everyone for the comments. Edit 2. Some women nod also. I have been told. No need to add another identical comment. Ladies, you need to slap us across the face and yell, "Frock me now," at the top of your lungs in order for us to get a hint. Edit. No, I don't encourage violence, but writing. Ladies, exclaim in a clear and calm voice, "Sir, would you want to engage in sexual intercourse? I have a brochure with pre-coital activities we can amuse ourselves with. Just doesn't have that comedic punch to it. Jesus loves some of you guys more than others." Every guy has, at one point, used their erection to hold up a towel upon exiting the shower with an unwanted erection. We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her, no, because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. I had a girl tell me that my haircut looked nice. I've kept that same haircut for 4 years since then. Edit. Hey, thanks for my first gold and silver. Rad. Edit 2. Platinum. Thank you so much. You're a legend. We can't move our penis without closing our butthole. Edit. Thanks for all the silver and the gold. This is really blowing up. Not sure if this is universal, but guys usually have at least one pastime for which the process and ritual is just as satisfying, if not more so, than the outcome. One example is my morning espresso. If I'm making it, being interrupted or rushed is very disruptive, to the point where I'd rather not have started it. For others it may be washing the car, barbecue, or shaving. But try to mind when guys are doing something where the means are an end in and of themselves. Being able to fully invest in these gratifying rituals is fulfilling to a surprising degree. Just because we're in the shower for an abnormally long time doesn't mean we're jerking off. Guys like to have long hot showers too, ya know. I like hugs. Nice try, BuzzFeed. I'm not staring at you. I'm zoned out thinking about how I'd start a brewery in medieval England whilst my eyes just happen to be facing your direction. Edit. Spelling. Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. If you have a son, don't rush into his room and demand that he get up immediately to do chores or some sit. He definitely has morning wood and would appreciate not needing to hide a boner from his mom. Give him like 5 minutes. Guys have damn near zero ability to hold a grudge if an apology is genuinely offered and accepted. Hell, most guys have a great friend in their lives that started out with some city misunderstanding but worked itself out. Women can nurse a grudge in ways most men cannot fathom. Just because I got pee on the wall, doesn't mean I'm being lazy. It's because it decided to come out a different direction than where the hose was pointed. Edit. Just to clarify, I did clean it up, but at 6 in the morning sometimes you miss a spot. Morning wood can be cool for wake up 6, not cool if you have to pee. We have to do all sorts of acrobatic maneuvers to pee. I myself like to do the Michael. That when you fling your underwear off your leg and catch it, you feel like a ninja. It's not that we can't take hints, we are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I have the dilemma of, is she actually into me or is this just how her personality is? If it is hot outside, and you see a guy do some wacky dance, they are just unsticking their balls. Shrinkage. There is an unwritten rule of bathroom urinal etiquette that is never taught to young men, but is somehow universally known. When a man enters a public restroom to pee in the urinal, he is to occupy every other available urinal from other urinating men, meaning, the prime peeing positions are in urinals 1, 3, and 5 if that is available. 2 and 4 should only be occupied if there are no other choices. Only weirdos choose to piss in the urinal next to you when there are plenty of open urinals along the wall. Also, if we have to use the toilet to piss, we tend to piss on the side of the bowl to make less noise. How often we fantasize about saving the day from terrorist attack or something. We don't literally talk about boobs for hours, as some of the folks over at BuzzFeed would lead you to believe. At most it'll be like this. A group of guys are sitting in the den watching the game. One says, "You know who's pretty hot?" Who? Insert celebrity name or name of girl from class work. "Oh yeah, she's pretty bad." I think I speak for most guys when I say it's awkward to talk about sex in massive detail, and it can get pretty uncomfortable. Pee shivers. Our balls are slightly uncomfortable 30% of the time. When we come home from work, we could use some downtime to do nothing. The car ride home does not count. Give us 20 to 30 minutes without unloading. This may be true for everyone, but having a moment to just be dormant on your couch or in front of the TV lets our body and brain say, work is over and you can put it behind you. Sometimes we like to be the little spoon. Men don't think about sex every 6 seconds. It's actually not always so easy to get an erection. Sometimes he's tired, or he's nervous or worried, or he's on meds that make it difficult. Antidepressants are notorious for this, or any number of things. The stereotype is that men are always ready to get up and go, but this is far from true. So don't expect it, and don't be offended when his dig doesn't want to play, even if he does. Sometimes we want to not do anything cause our digs get hard for no reason. If we have a goofy hobby and you take interest in it, even the slightest, we love it. I'm a big gamer and my wife, who also games but not the same ones I play, will often watch what I'm doing, ask about the game, and generally take an interest. Her saying, "Oh, are you looking forward to Anthem?" is really cool and I appreciate her interest. It's be so easy for her to pay no attention, and her doing so makes a big difference. Sometimes when we are walking our balls hit our legs. Not knowing sucks. I learned not to blow up a girl's phone, so I don't send more than 1, maybe 2 messages. Being left on read and thinking about what exactly it was that I frocked up to not get a response really sucks. Having to play it cool when I like someone to not scare her off, too. Our aim isn't bad, it's just sometimes a weird spray. If our balls are itchy, we don't actually scratch them. Instead we rely on clever little pinches to the nutsack. The good old pinch and roll technique. We don't understand hints and be completely clear about what you want. We can't simply assume, or feel, the complete meaning just because you told us 1 or 2 things about it. That when you ask me what I'm thinking, and I say it's nothing. It's just that it would take too much effort to explain why I'm deciding if Bruce Lee trapped in a bionicle would be able to fight off waves of small animals like the Pickle Rick scene. Sometimes we masturbate just to pass the time. It is not sexual at all. It is a bit like making a coffee to pass 10 minutes. We're just as insecure as anyone. Generally, locker room talk isn't a thing. Most guys want to get showered, changed and out of there. We don't engage in long conversations. Most guys, at least that I know of, compliment other men in their heads but don't say it aloud so that way we aren't mistaken for being gay. Which there is nothing wrong with. I compliment my best buds just to see their faces light up. I think more men need to get complimented on small things. It doesn't happen that often. Edit. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for the replies, they were a pleasure to read. We provide a valuable toilet cleaning service which is underappreciated by peeing off any stains that might happen to be clinging onto the inside of the bowl. If you want something, just ask us. We are task-orientated. Saying, "I'm cold," won't always register to us as, "I need a blanket, can you get me one?" And if you're mad at us for something, just tell us and we will probably stop doing that thing if it's realistic. Don't just fester in your anger for days and wonder why we don't care. We do. We just have no idea what you want us to do. Edit. For those wondering, yes, I did get this from the Owen Benjamin bit, and I highly recommend giving it a watch. We love just standing with our hand in our pants, fondling our balls for an extended period of time while thinking about nothing. I don't know about other guys, but I prefer measuring a certain aspect of myself in centimeters. We always pull the zipper away from our crotch before zipping up. My wife, GF at the time, once reached over to zip up my pants and I had near heart attack from the instant and real fear that she would zip the tip. We learned to pull the zipper away at a fairly young age because we don't enjoy zipper tracks on our gentleman bits. I've been on the toilet for 30 minutes but I am actually pooping. Gold edit. Thanks for that. Can I trade my coins for hemorrhoid cream? On hot days our balls get stuck to her thighs and it feels like they've been bonded together by superglue. When you think you are being clear, you are not being clear. At least 30% of the time a GF tells me about something I'm completely unsure what she really means. I used to think when I found a girl where that didn't happen she'd be the one. I now realize that approach is a surefire way to achieve lifetime bachelorhood. I don't know if I speak for all men here, but I think it would be kind if cool to receive flowers as a gift. Guys like to be complimented too. Nothing makes my day more than having someone compliment me about something random like my shoes. Sometimes, for the uncircumcised amongst us, your foreskin will roll up and completely refuse to stay rolled down again. This leads to the driest, most uncomfortable belt-to-cloth scenario that requires an awkward navigation toward the nearest bathroom. In such circumstances, there is no hope of being able to concentrate on any task. The feeling of having a rotary bench sander in your pants tends to occupy 99% of cognitive function. Cuddling with any girl, hell some guys too, with whom we're close is the best sit ever. Even if it's not a person you're interested in, it just feels great. I feel safe, loved, and important whenever that happens. Edit. Some. Not done. Edit 2. Thanks very much kind random for the gold. This is my first gold, so yeah, extra sweet. Cheers. Sometimes, our urine spontaneously splits into two streams while we're peeing. Usually it's kinda freaky. Sometimes it's cool as heck. Probably depends on the day. Relevant. NSFW-ish. YouTube. Watch. V equals XVSTMKZRJM and feature equals YouTube. B. Edit. I know of some instances of advanced pee splitting where the stream splits into two, then converges back into one, then splits back into two again. Edit 2. Many thanks for the gold. The truth needs to come out. Preferably not in two streams though. When we say, I like boobs, you have no frocking clue how much we mean that. Edit. Gold. Thank you. It humbles me that I can still get gold while joking on Reddit. Obligatory. Frock the petty mods. Of. R. Roll 20. R. News. R. Relationships. R. Relationship advice. R. Politics. R. JUSTNOMIL. R. JUSTNOFAMILY. And R. Offmicist. You useless pieces of shit can eat my ass. We all know who killed JFK. The occasional longer stride to attempt to inconspicuously adjust our balls. If you have a foreskin and untrimmed pubes, sometimes your dig munches on your pubes, leading to a very uncomfortable situation, needing us to find a restroom or a private corner as fast as possible. We feel a great social pressure to be strong, less emotional, carry others, make money. A lot of times we don't know how to. And we're scared, but we know we're not supposed to be, and we know we're not supposed to ask for help, so we get stressed and angry. Edit. This is not an anti-women comment. Men do it to men. Women do it to men. Institutions do it to men. If you're blaming women for feeling pressure, you're part of the problem. Whoa. First gold and platinum ever. Gonna need to learn what to do with that. The desire to touch the top of the doorframe is a primal one. I can't understand it. I just do it. Compliments will last for weeks, months, even years. Guys are crazy for a simple, "You're hot," or "You're really handsome," or something with their personality or looks. Edit. Gold. Scratching our nose during a hookup is actually a sniff test to see if we should go down. We don't get complimented a lot, so when a woman who isn't our family tells us we're handsome, that means the world. We're rarely if ever complimented and largely taken for granted. A majority of us have luck on online dating or just dating. A lot of us are largely depressed or cynical about life. Very few of us have randomly nice things happen for us during our day. Men struggle with finding friends and friendship when they get older. Loneliness, acceptance, self-acceptance, and a lack of those three are some of the driving motivators for a lot of actions men do. I have thought about having sex with all of my female friends. Doesn't even mean I want to, but I've thought about it for sure. A lot of guys answering right now are on the toilet enjoying some quality time with Reddit. The bathroom is an experience for many men. Thank you for the silver and gold strangers. Adjusting your dig upwards towards your belly button when having a boner in public in order to hide it. Having a boner doesn't always mean you're turned on.